Hello everybody, how are you? I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying this lovely start to June. Well, actually not even start, we're halfway through June and I can't believe where the time has gone. It feels like I was just starting all my workshops in February and then I had the next set in May and now we're in June. So it's crazy how the time is flying. It feels like it's such a fast year this year. I am back and doing my videos. I've had laryngitis for about the past month. So I'm finally now feeling good. I've got my voice back and I'm back to doing my Facebook Lives. I was working on a series on receiving and I hope you saw that last video. If you want to check it out, it's the one that's before this on my Facebook page. And in that video, I was talking about our capacity to receive. And our capacity to receive is based on what we allow ourselves to receive. So how open we are to bringing wonderful things into our lives and into letting them in. So today I wanted to talk about self-worth because that is so tied to receiving. Now in life, if you want something, usually if you want something, it's because you're supposed to have it. Because by the time you desire something, it's already halfway to you anyway. It's really amazing the way energy works. And, for example, like I work with unseen energy, so trusting in the blessings that are coming your way. So when I say that by the time you want something, it's already on its way to you, it's like life putting that desire within you for you to receive what is meant for you. So when you're asking for something, it's about trusting that you're meant to have this or something better, because there's always room for something better, and that you're supposed to be asking for these things. Now that could be a relationship, it could be for more money, it could be a new job, it could be happier relationships even. You can look within the situation that you're already in and ask that it be more fulfilling or more enriching, or to bring peace to a situation, for example. So when you ask for something, then trusting that it is meant for you and allowing yourself to feel worthy of that, because very often we sabotage that desire. We sabotage our asking by thinking we're not worthy, it's not meant for me, life hasn't delivered that to me previously, or we just don't believe that it will happen. And so these doubts and this lack of belief really causes us to not get what we want. Because if you imagine about your energy, then if you have these lovely positive vibes, that draws things to you. And if you have doubt, that actually makes your energy smaller and blocks things off. So in order to bring in more, we need to be open to receive it. And the foundation of that lies in knowing that we are worthy of receiving it. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, do please post in the comments below and let me know. But like I said, that our ability to receive is based so much on knowing that we're worthy of receiving. And we don't need to do or be anything extra in order to receive. You can see this in my previous videos. I've done quite a few videos on that topic, that we don't need to be anything more. We don't need to add anything more. We're worthy just by our very existence of getting the things that we desire. And it's that belief in our worth that helps draw it to us. So we don't, like I said, we don't need to do anything extra. And this self-worth there's so much that can be looked at on this topic. Is knowing that we're worthy, knowing that anything that we're asking for can come our way. Like I said, just by our very existence, we're worthy. Feeling good about yourself. That is one of the major steps towards receiving what you want, because that keeps you in a really good high vibe where you're drawing in what you want. It's about aligning your energy with your desire. So if you're not feeling good about yourself, now I'm not saying that we have to always feel amazing about ourselves to get what we want, because I think that gives preconditions to things. This idea, for example, that if you want to be loved by someone else, you need to love yourself fully. Now, people meet people all the time. We all have friendships and romantic relationships all the time. And I don't believe that we need to be fully healed in that sense, because I'm not sure if that ever finishes in the course of our lifetime. So to be promoting that, I think isn't very helpful to a lot of people. And as well, we meet people when we need to meet people, at the right times in our lives to help us realize realize how wonderful we are in a lot of cases. So I just want to make that clear, first of all, but so that we don't need to be all healed or all wonderful or so on and so forth. But trusting in ourselves and knowing, feeling good about ourselves certainly does help, because then your energy is open and you're feeling good and your heart is open to receive what you want rather than blocked off, because when we're in that mode of not believing in ourselves, we really cut our energy off from life. So, like I said, I hope that makes sense. And I would love to hear more about what you think. And the sort of assignment or exercise that I have for you is to sit with yourself and to look at the places where you don't feel worthy of receiving. And this can be as simple as receiving compliments, for example. Like, with women, when women compliment each other, someone will say, "Oh, well, that's a lovely dress." And rather than saying thank you, just plain and simple, very often we'll say, "Oh yeah, I got it on sale," or something like that, or "I got it at this place." But in fact, a simple thank you is more than enough. Like, really absorb that compliment, and it's for you, so why not enjoy that? And somebody was kind enough to give you that compliment. So like I said, sit with yourself and look at all aspects in your life where you don't feel worthy of receiving. That, like I said, could be compliments, or it could be money, or relationships, or even taking good care of yourself and your body. How well do you eat? I'm sure my friends will have a good laugh because they know how much I love chocolate and champagne. But in a way, actually, that's a way of giving to myself, because I enjoy it and I don't go overboard with any of that. So, okay, maybe it's not fresh fruit, but I also have fresh fruit. So, so looking at the places in your life where you can be more open to receive and feel more worthy. And we all have free will in life. I think people have this idea that it's going to be very difficult to change the way that they feel about themselves, but it really is all about choice. And, waking up in the morning and deciding how you're going to feel about yourself. And I was coaching somebody a couple of years ago who really wanted to believe in himself. And he believes in himself about 60%. But he was so focused on the 40% of himself where he didn't trust himself or didn't have the self-worth, that in a way he was kind of sabotaging himself, because his energy was focused on what he wasn't yet doing. So if we can focus instead on the positive side of it, then that grows. I love that quote that says, where energy goes, or where attention goes, energy grows. And I think that makes so much sense, because where you're focusing your energy is the places where things can grow, which puts you into that momentum. And why not be in a place where you can grow and give yourself more worthiness, rather than just focusing on where you don't feel worthy, because that kind of is a dead-end street. It doesn't really go anywhere. So why not go to a place that's going to make you feel good? And who doesn't want to feel good? And feel better about yourself, and then you start to see more possibilities, and then you start to receive more. So it's like this really wonderful cycle of getting into your own high vibe, into your own wonderful energy, in order to draw more and more good things to you. I would love to know what you thought of this, if you've tried it out, if you've tried to sit with yourself and seen where you could have more self-worth and then open yourself more to receive, or any challenges you might have encountered along the way. I hope this helped. I'd love to know as well. And I will be back tomorrow with another video on receiving. If you'd like to join my newsletter, please get onto my website at www.unleashingmiracles.com, and there's a link to my newsletter there. And I would love to be able to talk more with you through that newsletter. Feel free even to message me about any topics you'd like me to do videos on, or to put in my newsletters, and I would be delighted to do that. Have a great rest of your Saturday.